Hello, everybody, and welcome, welcome. Today, we are going to be talking about the emotion code, the energy work that I do, and about the heart wall. So, I'm going to bring up Sarah and myself. Hi, Sarah. Thanks for joining me. And can we hear you at all?
Sorry, I muted myself so you didn't hear.
Thanks.
Hi,
So, I
everybody.
don't know if your screen is showing, but my screen is showing that there is something on there. So, I don't know why, but we have something there. So, I want to say hi to everybody. So, hi, Jenny, Whispers from Heaven. Hi, Sarah. Thanks for coming. And I'm looking at my phone because it shows me the chat a lot easier. Hi, Venus. Good to see you. Um, and Kath Cruz. And Venus and Salama, and Mercury and Leo lady. Great to see everybody. Hi, Lori, and Kelly, the My Mystic Next Door. If you ever get a chance, please go check out her channel. So if everybody who has a channel, can you please post it in the chat? We like everybody to get a follow. There's so many wonderful people that are here with channels. So, and hi, Julianne, great to see you. So to Yeah, yay. So today, we're just going to talk a little bit about the energy work that I've been doing, and I became a emotion code practitioner in 2021, I think it was, or 2020, sorry. And then and of course I've been doing Reiki for many years, and then I started doing some more different types of energy work. So then I have been working on the heart wall. So I'm going to explain a little bit about the heart wall, and then Sarah and I are going to talk about how it has affected. She had a session with me, and she was saying, we should really let people know how much it affects everyone when you do have um, when you have a session. So I'm just going to read it off because there's a whole bunch of how the heart wall that we're talking about, and this is something that you do naturally to protect yourself. So the heart wall can affect. Like, have you ever felt like you just can't get that job? Success is always fleeting, like it just kind of is always just outside of you getting it. And then there's that you're always feeling like you're an outsider, even with your closest friends and family. And then it's also the not only that, but there's also that it's when a relationship starts, but then you feel like, oh, it's actually leaving, like it's not sticking, that person wouldn't really truly care about me, or that they're looking elsewhere, and that's how you're feeling, but that's not really what's going on. There's also your creativity. It's like you have a block on your creativity, or your abundance. It seems like everybody else is getting the rewards for the hard work. You do just as the same amount of hard work as somebody else, but it seems to be fleeting with you. And you can't get that deep connection with friends and family. And even though these are longtime friends as well, is that you just don't feel that connection. You always feel like I don't really belong. There are uh, what else is there? There's you feel disconnected. You feel you keep attracting the same dysfunctional type of toxic friendships, relationships. You never seem to get out of that, over and over and over again, same type of thing. And then there's and that is all part of the heart wall. So it can affect you physically, emotionally. It can give you physical pain in your chest, in your neck, in your shoulders, in your and it lowers your immunity. And it's that feeling of isolation, and and you have easier thoughts of negative thoughts and depression. And to feel a positive thought, it just kind of really makes you feel out of sorts when that happens. And even like I said, when you're among friends, you always feel like you're the outsider. You never really quite fit in. and it's depression and other problems, and it interferes with your success. So when I work on doing the emotion code Heartwall, which Sarah, now that I'm going to stop and talk for a second, I don't know if we want to say hi to a few people. There's Gary for Grace is here, and so Sarah, um, I had done a session on you. Just see what words to use. And when I did the session on you, tell me how you felt before and then how you felt after. So,
Um, well, I didn't even realize that I felt a certain way before, honestly. um, there'd always just been like these, I don't know, these aspects of my personality that I was just like, I don't know why I'm that way. Um, like my total nonconformity and my aversion to like any hierarchy systems. Like, I was the kid. Even as a child, I refused to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I just couldn't do it. I just had this thing in me, and I was like, I don't know why. Why am I this way? Why do I? Why do I not trust the powers that be? Like it's since I was a child, I've always had this, like with churches, with all sorts of organizations that had any power over people. I was always like, why? I don't trust you. I don't like you, and I never knew why because no one in my family was like that. Um, and then when you went in and you started going in, you went into my lineage. You went actually into past life, and I was you were telling me what you saw and what you're feeling, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is exactly why I have this part of me that I never understood why I had this. And um, it was just kind of an eye opener. So it made me, I think it made me have more patience for that part of myself, and understand why I'm that way and how to work through it.
yeah, because like when you said that, I went into your lineage, it's sometimes our ancestors, such as our grandparents, our great great grandparents, our parents even, they can make a pact of being poverty pact if they decided that, I want to be a within the church, and making money is, they had a poverty that they said, no, this is what's going to be my thing. So, and then there's also the when your grandparents or parents, etc., they go through different emotions, and especially as if your mother goes through an emotion while you are in womb, that affects the baby, and that affects you, and it goes on and on with the lineage. Plus, it's stuff that you go through in your whole life because let's face it, a lot of people. We don't always go through nice things. Everybody, I think, has been bullied at one point, or if you haven't been bullied, you were the bully kind of thing. Like it's those emotions. So and how did it affect your sleep after you had the session?
um, well, honestly, I don't think I slept that night. I had a really bad headache. So just a caveat, I had a headache for a couple days. Um, but it was when you're going through the ascension process, or when you're, evolving, or however you want to call it, that usually manifests. I always get big time headaches when I'm going through anything like that. Um, I my sleep was kind of, it wasn't like I was having a bad sleep. I was just very energized. That's why I couldn't sleep. It was like I didn't want to sleep. I was just like, oh, my body just kept saying, let's go, let's go. I'm like, no, we need to sleep. It's like the middle of the night. So of course I got up early the next day. Um, but the reason I really wanted to come on and just share my experience with everybody is because um, yesterday, because we did it on Saturday. Was it Saturday or Sunday?
It was on the weekend. Yeah, it
It was
was
Saturday.
Saturday. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. It was Saturday evening. And then Sunday, I had a pretty bad headache. And then yesterday, I woke up with the worst headache, like this whole side of my head, the migraine. But it wasn't the type that like took me out for the day. And you had removed a heart block that came through um, from my grandmother. You had
Hmm.
removed that heart block. And yesterday, I was sitting here, I was prepping for the show that I was going to do with Scott, which got cut short because he's having internet issues. But I was prepping and I was just playing with my pendulum. I usually don't use my pendulum to pick the card decks, but I was like, let's see what happens. And it was going wonky. So I started talking to my pendulum and I was like, what is happening? Sorry, guys, I'm still getting over my this awful cold I had, so I have a stuffy nose. Um, I was using my pendulum and it was just going wonky. And then I was like, because it was telling me, yes, I need to use these decks, but no, I don't need to use the decks. And then, yeah, I said, are you just telling me what I want to hear? And they're like, no. And I said, am I disconnecting from my guides? And it said, yes. And I said, I'm disconnecting from my guides. And it said, no. And I was like, what is happening here? I said, are my guides changing? And it said, yes. Like my guides, I was getting new guides coming through. I was
Yeah.
losing some guides, gaining some guides. And the crazy thing that happened yesterday was I felt very powerful. I don't even know how to explain it. I felt energized. I felt super connected. And then I realized when you had released that heart wall that was coming through from my grandma, she came in like she just like whooshed in and she is my new most powerful guide coming through because her and I were like this when she was alive. Um and Yeah, she came in and she was just like finally like waiting to come through, and it was just like removing that wall just allowed um I can't even explain how it felt, but it just allowed that connection to happen, and it is so strong and it feels so good and safe. And yeah, things were coming through yesterday like crazy. It was amazing.
I This is how I when I went through it, and how I explain it is like your heart kind of you put a wall around your heart to protect yourself.
Hmm.
And then when that is released, it's almost like you're in the bottom of a pool or bottom of a lake. And the release of those cement shoes, and all of a sudden you just swim up to get the air, and yeah, your body does go through some stuff because you are releasing and purging the old, and then you get, it's like all of a sudden everything spiritually opens up, and you it's like here I am, like where, I wish I did this years ago, because the difference of opening up, it's like, and that's why some people get headaches. And because Sarah also is that I could feel that it was almost like the door, they were kind of almost busting down the door. They were like, come on, come on, come on. And as soon as we released that heart wall, it just went like the door opened, and it literally, this light came shining in and streaming in, and it was also that there was spirit guides that is they were not to talk to me, they were to talk to Sarah. So they said, no, we're just waiting and we will talk with Sarah. And it was like when Sarah told me afterwards, it's like, oh my God, I can feel it all coming in. And especially with your grandma, that
Yeah, that
was,
one was
I
intense.
was yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy amazing.
There was a lot. I told her, I was like, I probably have 1,000 heart walls coming through. And she's like, it's like 2 feet of brick
Yeah,
coming through.
it was like 2 feet of cement that we were going through.
Hmm.
And it wasn't just like, 15 minutes. That was about an hour session that we
Hmm.
did
Yeah.
face to face,
Yeah.
which, I mean, I usually like to take that time, and there was there's stuff that gets removed, and there's
Hmm.
private stuff. So we don't talk about it, and I don't talk about anybody else's stuff with anyone else. But when you see that, when that's released, and the energy, like when I was doing the session, could you feel any sensations? Like, explain what you were feeling.
I wasn't feeling sensations. And well, that's not true because I just felt like sitting up straight. Like I felt like sitting up really tall. Like I was kind of getting pulled at one point. Um, what I was kind of in awe of during the session was you picked up on some random heart walls that were like I didn't even really consider that would have been a heart wall, like little things that happened that I was like, oh yeah, like how did you even, like, where did that come from? How did you pick up on that? Like, yeah, so just tiny little events in your life, you picked up on them, and that was amazing because those are things that I just don't talk about. I don't tell people about. They're just, they're not insignificant, but they're just not stuff you talk about. And you picked up on them and you told me what had happened, and I was like, how did you know that? It was crazy. It was insane. So if you guys get um this treatment from Donna Marie, be prepared because you're gonna be um the stuff that you might not even think about that had created a wall, she's going to pick up on and she's going to release. And it's all going to make so much sense. And it's going to, I just came out with a better understanding of why. Um, I'll share the one with my grandmother. Part of it was terror. And that is that's been a huge vein in my life, just like pure terror. Like if you've ever seen the movie Hostel, like that kind of terror. Um, and that is the feeling that I would feel regularly. I never really felt safe. I always kept everybody at a distance. And that's part of what you released with that yesterday. And I
Hmm.
understand that mine was connected to hers in that sense. So it was just this beautiful connection that well, it wasn't a beautiful connection, but it was beautiful that you released that so her and I can come together again.
Yeah, and I could feel the love that your grandmother had for you, which was so warm and so loving, and she was so protective of you too. Like it was such a protection and a loving. Like I can't explain the feeling, but when that comes through, and right now I can feel that she's here again. Like I can feel the guides are coming in, and right now also is that this is a time for a lot of people that were ascending. So this is the time to release that holds you
Yeah.
back. Because I mean, you know, with other people that I've worked with, like they feel the difference, which is it makes me feel so happy when they do, because it is like they're so if it's like your creativity is blocked, or you never find the right place or whatever, and this is what the heart wall, when you release the trapped emotions, you release what's holding you back. Next thing you know, your whole world opens up and you look at the world in different eyes.
Hmm.
And that is when Sarah was, telling me that she had a headache, I was like, oh, don't forget, drink water, drink water. And an Epsom salt really bath helps, or and which is it with the salt baths, what they do is it releases that energy and just helps it go down the drain and off it goes. So But Sarah, that was so much fun. But the next day, when you were saying that you were connecting with spirit, and
It
it
was
was like,
ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, it was such a strong connection. I'm kind of sad the show went short, but it was such a strong connection. I was like, whoa, that was intense. But yeah, it, but it felt, it's weird to say, but it felt like it was always supposed to be there. So having that heart wall up just really, it hinders who you're supposed to be and who you can be. Um, so I just want to thank you for releasing those for me and allowing me to move past them and move forward. It is such, I don't want to say, it's freeing, I guess. It was really amazing. I've had clearings and stuff before, but not to the extent, um this one really helped me understand, like I said in the beginning, why I am the way I am in certain aspects of my personality. So that was amazing. Ooh-wee.
yeah. And with the heart wall, when you put it up, it's there to protect you.
Mhm.
But when it's ready, then you can, with the emotion code and with the Reiki and the energy work that is all combined in it, and how spirit comes in, and the spirit is like just comes in all at once, and it's and they're ready. They are like, I am going to clear this because this is your time. And then when you get that connection afterwards with spirit,
Mhm.
it's like somebody just turns on that switch and flips it
Yeah.
on. Hi,
It's
Annie
kind of like she
Bear.
was waiting. She's like, finally,
Yeah,
let's do this.
yeah, it was. But you also had a new guide come in.
I did.
Yeah, you
I
had a
had a new
couple, I
guy
think,
come
but
in.
the one for sure
Yeah.
was there and was like, oh, finally, like I have been waiting here in the waiting room for you.
Yeah. I think I dreamt about that guide once before, but yeah, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Because
Yeah,
I guess even I don't really like to think about how past lives affect a current life, um, but they do. If you're not ready to release whatever you're clinging on to energetically, so yeah, it's kind of like that. Well, I didn't do it. Why do I have to deal? Why do I have to deal with it? It's just, that's just the way it is. So being able to work through, and this feeling that you release, this, I have been working on releasing it. It was for like the past year. This is a thing that I have been working on releasing and coming to terms with, because it's throughout my, I noticed it in my grandmother, my dad, myself. I wanted to stop it for my son. So I was like, nope, we're going to, and it was like a line of depression, and I want to stop that. That's not okay. I don't want it anymore. Um, so I had been working on that, and I worked really hard to kind of break that chain. But what you did, you helped my grandmother release as well, be beyond the grave. You helped her release that so she can finally come and help me.
yes, yeah.
Hmm.
And that's the one lovely thing I love this is that it just like it's almost like you can finally take a breath at that weight is off your chest. So like, and it actually, when you have trapped emotions, etc., it helps. It affects your health.
Hmm.
Affects like you have pain in your body that you can't explain. You know, you get tests, they say there's nothing there, but it's like I have this pain, I have this and that, or I get really tired where after my day I have to shut down because it's just too much, or the energies, and it's like you know it's when you release it, all of a sudden you're opened up and everything kind of falls away, that those burdens fall away, and that now all of a sudden you're open for the creativity and for that new job, and the because all of a sudden the doors open up and go, and here you go. and that was one of the things that had happened for me many years ago,
Mm-hmm.
was that I was working at this one thing and it was just like I wasn't getting anywhere with it. And I went, okay, I'm just going to put it back and put it aside. And
Yeah.
then I started doing some of the work on myself, and all of a sudden I was like, it was like something popped, and I went, something just released,
Mm-hmm.
and the pain stopped, and I started getting offers, and I started getting more message, like the messages were clearer, the messages were, and then the messages were like, it's time, you need, and it's healing the ancestors, absolutely.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
that's when, because I get a certain guide that comes in when I'm working with the ancestors, and then it's like, and then they're all here. It's
Mm-hmm.
like your ancestors, my ancestors, and we're like getting together as a family reunion. And it's like they're saying, well, here, I've got this on the table, and I would like to help uh, have that, moved or whatever. So it's, so that
Can
is
you
what.
pop up Tiffany's question?
Okay,
I
Tiffany,
don't think I can do it.
are you releasing to heal your ancestors?
For me, for me, all of this work with healing this like vein that I like to call it, I called it the darkness, which um, for me, it wasn't about helping my ancestors, which is a side effect, but my
Mhm.
purpose for doing this work was so my son doesn't have to carry it forward. That was my reason for starting to do this work, because I wanted to be the one that healed it, that cut it off, so it stopped with me and it didn't move forward. That was
Yeah.
my goal.
And funny enough, that's what I did for my kids. I was stopping the the chain effect, as you might
Yeah.
say, or the legacy of the family. I'm stopping it now, and then you can feel, and it affects other people, because once you do it, like, you may notice that your son changes slightly, and that his energy is uplifted, and it happened with mine, and I didn't tell them what I was doing, but all of a sudden they're like, hey mama, this is happening and that's happening, and I'm like, that's pretty good. And I
Yeah.
was like, I'm not going to tell you guys, but I was kind of did some work on myself, and I stopped and it's but Sarah, I can't thank you enough, because um this when we had that session on Saturday, it was so much fun, obviously, because we do connect spiritually together, but to have that. And I just want to show a couple of the comments. So Kath Cruz is saying, exactly, Sarah, they are connected, past life, some lessons to learn and release that
Mhm.
energy. Absolutely,
Yep.
that is working with some of your past life, but it comes up because there are part of your past lives that you can bring in, that have skills that you are going to bring into this life. And but then when it when there's something that is dark, or something that needs to be released, because it is putting this barrier around you to really enjoy life and connect with spirit, then, and this is where it it, it does, I can't explain, but it is a life changing, like, it changes how you look at things, it changes how you feel, it's lighter, it's happier, it's and spirit is clearer, like,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, everybody, just to let you know, we are booked for March the 4th at the Reset and Realign, where Sarah is going to be doing your balancing with Reiki and your chakras, and I will be doing some of this emotion code, some of this energy work, and I'm going to release uh, some energies for some people, only if we have your permission, though. We're not going to just grab you out of the audience and say you must come up here and do it with us. We will do, um, if anybody's interested, we will try and get to as many as we can on the 4th. And Whispers from Jenny says, Donna Marie helped me to release something recently that changed me and my relationship with the loved one. The loved one it was from. Yeah.
Mhm.
So thanks, Jenny. Yeah. So this is, you know, and this is about helping other people. And oh, what am I doing here? I'm trying to hide this. There we go. So everybody, we want to thank everybody for coming. Um, Sarah and I were going to do a couple of quick dice rolls. If Sarah, if you're still up for it, I have
Yes.
about 10 minutes. So if we can
She's got
do
a
a
hot date.
few, yeah. If anybody would like to get, so this is the Oracle of 8. We both have the dice. So, so, so if
Oh, I want
anybody
to make a
wants to
quick
have a dice
announcement.
roll, just put in pound dice, and it's going
Can
to
I
go
make a quick
fast
announcement?
because it's
I'm
just
going to Twin Terror
or
Tuesday.
hashtag dice. So,
I'm doing Twin Tarot Tuesday with Judy tomorrow at 1. But I wanted to
yes,
say I did promise for getting 200 subscribers that when I go live with Allie, I will be giving away a free distance Reiki treatment. Um, she has had to reschedule due to health. She's been sick too. Everybody's kind of been sick. So we are going live this Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific. I'll be
yes.
on with Allie, Heart and Soul Connected. We're going to be talking about Reiki and pulling cards. And yeah, I'm going to give away the distance Reiki treatment um, during
Yes.
that live, as promised. I didn't forget. It's been pushed back a couple times.
So if you can hit Sarah's link, you will see her. That's Twin Tuesday, this Tuesday. Tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow at
Okay.
1.
And then Friday, because Sarah's has her, she met the 200 subscribers, so she is giving away a free Reiki session. And if anybody knows, it's phenomenal. The energy that you feel and the balance you feel afterwards, it's such a beautiful healing. So let's start the dice. So the first person we have is Mercury and Leo.
I got 477.
477. Do you want me to read it and then I'll roll the dice, or you got it?
It says spinelessness and deception.
So
Is there?
Mercury and Leo, that could be around you.
Yes, I was getting this vibe. Like, is there somebody around you? Um, and there's somebody around you that I don't think it's a like. I'm not getting that negative vibe, like real like. But I just feel like there's somebody like that's a little scared to tell you something. A little scared to tell you something, but it's not like a bad thing necessarily. It's just something that they're just nervous to communicate to you.
Yeah, so yeah, that's kind of, yeah, exactly. So I have 178. And 178 is your message is what you think will happen. So remember, what you put forward will come true. So remember, watch what you wish for and make sure that your what you're thinking or what you're saying is all in really good vibration, because then really good things will happen for you.
Mm-hmm.
So Mercury and Leo lady, thank you. Now next we have Whispers from Jenny, or whispers from heaven with
Mercury
Jenny.
says it's a good thing that they're nervous to communicate to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry if these are loud.
Yeah. So I just rolled for her, so I'll just read quickly. I
Okay.
got 435, and 435 for Jenny is you are loved. Oh, you are loved, Jenny.
And I got 438, impending temptation.
Ooh, I don't think
Oh,
it's ice cream.
I don't think it's ice cream either. Let's hope the snow melts fast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, impending temptation.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Okay, and then we have Venus. Hi, Venus. And this is we get to say hi to everybody too.
Hi, Tila. All right.
What did you get for Venus?
526. It says your friendship is ill placed. Is there somebody that you're is there a friend that maybe you're trying to hold on to? Maybe someone from the past that you're trying to like keep their relationship going? Um and you're the one putting in all the effort. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Is you're putting in all the effort in this relationship, but you don't need to. You only have two
Yeah.
friends. But it doesn't have to necessarily be like a friendship. It could just be like a acquaintance or someone that you're
Mhm.
like you are the one that tries to communicate more than they will. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah. And then I got 141, which is paid with ingratitude. So is there somebody that you are there giving, but they do not recognize what you do for them and they forget to say thank you? So that might be what's going on around you. But Venus goes, I only have two friends. Probably work relations. Yeah, it could be that you're doing all the work, but they forget to say thanks.
Friends are hard to keep. I'm always one that always had one or two close friends, and that was it. And now I have my husband.
Yeah. I look at it as
Jenny
quality over
volunteers.
quantity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Quality over absolutely, because sometimes it's really hard to keep up those relationships that aren't most of my friends are online now. I love everybody in this community. These are my
Yeah.
friends.
So do I. Yeah. It's and Kelly, the mystic next door. If you haven't seen her channel, go see.
Ooh. I got 248. What did you get?
686.
96.
Family growth. Kelly, are you getting a new puppy?
And I got you gamble too much.
Yeah.
You
Huh.
gamble too much. Maybe takes chances. Do you take a lot of do you take a lot of chances?
Yeah, she was like, "Thank you." I'm trying to read because it's my system's kind of acting up right now. So Kelly, that's for you, and it's like and Kath Cruz.
My dice told me I will not make money at work.
Yeah, that's right. Because it's your passion, it's not your work. Yeah.
Not gambling. I need to be more daring. Oh, maybe she needs to. Okay, I need to be more daring.
Yeah.
Take more steps.
So ended up getting 772, and that is persecution. So Kath Cruz, this persecution, it could be that somebody's blaming somebody around you, or make sure that you're not blaming somebody for, but I'm feeling that somebody is blaming you for something that you did not do. So you know what you can do to ask them what they can do, but I'll try and be nice.
I got devout. So could
Oh,
this person be somebody that you are devoted to? Somebody that you care about? No, Sarah, I'm
yeah.
not streaming.
Oh, hi
Akila.
Akila.
We're just going from Donna Marie's channel.
Yeah. So And Tiffany Tidsdale. Roll for Tiffany. 792.
Ooh.
Ooh, I have event and surprise. 782. Ooh.
Event or surprise, and I got a mark of favor. So I
Oh,
think at this event, you're going to be the star of the party. That's kind
yeah.
of the vibe I'm getting. You're going to be the star of the show.
So is it, and I, okay, so this is what that just came in. It's like you're at an event of a real estate agent and you are getting kudos for high sales for the year.
Ooh.
That's what came in. So it's going to be something to recognize you for good work that you have done. So yeah. So and Julianne, spiritual alchemy.
Do the dice go up this high?
Yeah, there's no nines.
They don't. Oh,
Nope.
that's 6. Okay.
Yep.
There's no 9s.
457. Oh, Julianne, I have your ways are gentle. I love that.
I got loss and damage. Did you
Lots
lose
and
something?
damage.
I'm not getting like it didn't come through as like you were going to be lost, have a loss, or you're going to be damaged, but I think you lost something and it's broken. Something maybe you've been looking for. I like, have you been missing a paintbrush or an art supply or something? That's kind of how it was coming through to me, but it's broken, and I hope
Yeah.
it's not your favorite one.
Yeah. Okay. And we have Kath Cruz. Oh, we already did Kath Cruz, but we'll do it again. 571. Oh, I have rapid advancement.
Do, 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 do. And I have reconciliation. Maybe it was
Ooh.
that person from before who was being a jerk.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. So I think that it's going to there might be a bit of persecution, all that stuff going on, but it's going to turn around. So Mercury and Leo, you said you would like to a Heartwell energy work. Would love to have a session. Okay, you can also hit the subscription, or and that will show that my link there. And if you go to Linktree, you can go in and the it is on the you can book through there, or wait until the 4th when we're doing some of those. And
Mercury and Leo
Lori,
lady, I'm getting a yes. It's a good thing. Because the energy that I was getting wasn't like they're afraid to tell you nervously, but it was like that, when someone's like giggling behind, that's the kind of energy that it came through as. What did you get, Donna Marie? She was wondering if the thing they're nervous to say is a good thing or not.
yeah, yeah. Sometimes it's better that people not say anything.
It's almost like they're nervous to say something like they like your shoes, or just someone that doesn't talk to you very often. Um, and they're just kind of, it's like they're just nervous to talk to you. Maybe you make them feel they're intimidated, but they really want to talk to you, but not like intimidated because you're a meanie. Just they look up to you, I think.
Yeah. And Lori, what I have for you is 621, and that is wealthy establishment. So you might be having things happening for you that um, you might be invited to come and stay, or it might be like somewhere where they can pay you more money to be there. And what did you get?
I got 777. importance and importance and authority.
Oh, so Lori, you may be getting a promotion with like a like a university or with government or well, government might not be wealthy, so it's somewhere where there's a lot of money. Like, so, yeah. And then I just want to go through and get if there's anybody else. Akila, hi, so glad that you are here.
Oh, well, maybe it is a man who wants to confess love, but it's like that nervous, like that giddy nervousness. Okay, you just need to pay attention. Pay attention to whoever's creeping and looking at you, like who you see
Yeah.
staring at you a lot.
Okay, so if anybody else would like
Karma Karen just said dice. I saw that pop in.
oh, okay, yeah, we'll get Karmic Karen up then. Okay, I'm just in Akila's. Is there a streaming? Nope. Okay, sorry, I'm like 64
That's
things
okay.
behind. So sorry,
I
guys.
did get it was a man.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't know.
And Tiffany's going to sound bowl healing.
Ooh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, we see you, Mercury and Leo
I
lady. We
see
got you,
someone
girl.
with brown shoes. I don't know. It's got like brown, like shoes on.
Yeah, and hi, Judy in the skies. Good to see you. I didn't see you earlier.
Oh, I
Thanks
didn't
for
see you.
coming.
Hi, Judy.
Weird people, yeah. Yeah. So yes. Yeah, Zedman, and I'm just going through. Sorry, I'm just trying to find Karmic Karen. So
She was almost at the bottom.
I just want to get her name up. Okay. There she is. Here we go. Okay, Karmic Karen.
I
Oh,
got worries. Worries.
I got unexpected visit. I got 135. What are you picking up, Sarah?
When you said unexpected visit, it kind of made a little bit more sense because it wasn't like worries, like you have worries, but it was like this person's showing up and you're like, oh my gosh, is my house clean enough? Do I have enough food? Do I have like that kind, like, oh my God, they're here. What are they, where am I going to put them? That type of worry. It's kind
Yeah.
of like that when people come over, you always deep clean your house for no reason
Yeah.
because you just want them to think that you're not a slob.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the kind of worry that I
But if
got.
you weren't coming, I wouldn't be cleaning the house, kind of thing. We never do it for ourselves, but we always do it for other people. So,
Yes.
yeah,
We should have visitors more often, right?
yeah. So she says I call it
She calls
Freddie.
it Freddie.
Yeah. Oh, so
Put the
everybody,
dishes in the oven. Yeah.
then you forget the next day and you start cooking. You're like, what's that smell?
Oh, yes, that happened. My husband, because he would always like put the food in the oven when we were, because the cat would just jump on the stove, and he did that, and he started cooking with one of our favorite pots in there.
No. Well, I think it's time I have to go. This is the end for me tonight. Sarah, thank you for coming on, talking about the heart wall, how it affected you when we did this session. And I want to thank everybody who came in. We really appreciate you coming in. Please look for Sarah tomorrow with Judy in the Skies. And what time is that at, Sarah?
It's at 1 p.m. Pacific. 4 Eastern, right? 4 Eastern. Yeah, 1 p.m.
Yeah.
Pacific.
Okay. That
I'm
is awesome.
excited.
Hi,
That's always
Brenda.
a fun one. Hi,
Brenda
Brenda.
Thiessen. Nice to see you. We're just wrapping up the evening, but it was wonderful to see everybody. I do have to run. Sarah, I can leave you here, but then it would just be running down.
Yeah, I gotta go feed my dog. He's staring at me.
Yeah, yeah. So we looking forward to seeing everybody again. Don't forget to catch everybody's channel. Thank you everyone for coming in. I so appreciate you all. And we will be seeing you hopefully on the 4th. But
Yes.
Sarah is tomorrow at 1 o'clock Pacific time with Twin Tuesday with Judy in the Skies. And then Friday with on Heart and Soul Connected. So hit Sarah's channel, hit the button or the bell so then you can get notification when she goes, because on Friday she will be giving away a free Reiki session, and that is so well worth it. So thank you everybody, and have a great night.
Bye, everyone.